Alrighty, we are live. What is up, Sports Geeks? Back with a mock draft today. We are throwing a link in the chat right now. We're live. Throwing the link in the chat right now to see if anybody would like to join. We'll keep it open for maybe a couple minutes here, but we will be mock drafting here. So I'm going to text this link to maybe a couple other people. But Alec, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Ready to mock draft. It's been a minute since we've mocked, to be honest, right?
Yeah, months, right? Month?
Yeah, I think so. Have you had any drafts for like leagues yet or no?
I have not, but they're going to start ramping up here pretty soon.
Yeah, I had the only one I've had so far was a startup draft for a dynasty.
Yeah.
So it was the first one. Like it took like a week long to do, but very different. Today we just have a 10-team redraft PPR. So very different, but
yeah.
All right, give me a second here. How many leagues you in right now?
Like dynasty carryovers?
Yeah.
Let's see, 1, 2. I think like five or six.
Okay.
I'm looking to. Last year I was in like 12. Probably looking at like 8 to 10 this year.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I was telling my dad the other day. I was like, my toxic trait is that I'm unable to say no to joining a fantasy league.
No, that's mine too.
Literally just it's so hard for me to sit here and somebody asks me and I'm like, yeah, no, I think I'm good.
Yeah,
so hard.
It's hard,
especially when it's anybody like this dynasty one I'm in. It's a guy I work with, and it's all right, I don't know anybody else in the league, but it's everybody in there talks crap and everything. It's
you got to defend your honor.
Right. Yeah, I've met I think one other one now, but it's yeah, I'm defending my. There's so much pride involved in every single league I'm in. But so kind of explain the rules real quick. There's Marshall right there. That's the guy I work with. I was just telling you about. So to just explain the rules real quick, we got 10-man PPR. I think 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 flex is what it's at. I have the clock set at 30 seconds. We will just to keep it moving. Hopefully, if anybody joins, we are going to shuffle the draft order here. So we'll give it maybe. Whoops. We'll give it maybe another, I don't know, minute or two here, and then we'll get going, and we'll just shuffle it one time, and then get into it.
Sweet.
Alrighty, we'll go ahead and just hop into it. If we can always do it again if we need to. If people end up joining. All right, so I'm going to shuffle this one time, and then we will get going. Where's this at?
Draft order.
Thank you. Randomized teams. All right, we're picking at the 1 and 2.
Okay.
So we're going to snipe each other. I will go ahead and start the draft. Don't want the sound.
Turn that sound down, boy.
Yeah, we do not need those sounds there.
Yeah, all right.
CMC, easy pick for me.
Easy. I think that's pretty easy. I like that. I will say I'm a big fan of CMC. I have him in a couple leagues. Love CMC. So I'm going to take Tyreek.
Okay, I'm a CD fan personally. I have CD as my wide receiver 1, but I respect the Tyreek. I just think
we talked about last episode we did with Brandon Cooks, how he's a wide receiver 2. So CD Lamb's going to get probably over 30% of the targets. So I mean, CD's a great pick.
Absolutely. There's a Marshall taking your guy Breece Hall.
I'm a Breece stan. I love him.
How to make Alec happy 101. Just talk highly of Breece Hall.
I love Braylon Allen too. So backfield.
Doubling up on an RB, Marshall. I don't mind it at all. We were talking about this too. Is just RB heavy in the front. There's a lot. There are hidden gems that you can find, right? But there's just a lot harder to come by. So going RB early, I don't think is a big deal at all.
So I know we have 30 seconds, but this range is so weird for me. I am going to go somebody who I don't think Blake Corum's going to cut into that much time, so I'm going to go Kyron.
Yep, I was taking Kyron if he was still there.
Yep.
I
think from that Saquon pick on, there's just so much variance.
Yeah.
I can't really describe it. There's not like you can't like put a number on it, but it's just kind of variance.
Yeah, I think where I'm at here, it's gonna be boring. I'm taking both. I haven't made a pick that wasn't the top guy on the board right now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take Laporte. I need a wide receiver, Adams, and after Adams, to be honest, I mean, I just don't really want to. I didn't really want to pay any price that I was getting from anybody. So I'll secure the tight end position there and lock that down with.
This is tough, dude. This is really tough. I don't know who to go here. The one thing that I do think is a big separator, though, is I'm going to go Travis Kelce here.
Yep. I don't mind. I mean, yeah, we both have done the same kind of method here. Marshall went running back. Interesting to see where he goes now because Etienne and Jacobs are top two. Maybe he's tripling down on running back. Who knows?
Again, we've talked about this. We talked about, no RB, hero RB strategy where it's like wait till 7th, 8th round to take one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's the way this year. But
no, I don't. I don't either. Well, and the thing that sucks too is like I'm pretty sure you're the same way from doing it last year. Is that we love the 0 RB, like love it. So having to like take running backs early like almost hurts. But it's like now these mid rounds here I think is wide receiver heavy, and you kind of see that with the players available. There's kind of two guys I'm hoping to get here turn.
Wow, Jalen Waddle fell. Okay.
Yeah, I did. Wow.
But I already have Tyreek, so it's like with this roster construction, it's almost like I have to take him though.
Yeah.
I have to. It sucks, but we talked about this last year. I know you're picking real quick, but I had Kupp and Puka when they were both healthy, and I still won the league. So it is possible, especially in that offense.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to take James Cook's the one guy I'm taking. The next guy I'm taking is Lamar. So now I have tight end and quarterback secured. I'm typically a fan of waiting for one of those two, but I have those two secured with in my opinion, 2 or 3 players at that position, and then 2 running backs and wide receiver. I mean, the next couple picks are probably going to be a receiver for me just because, I have the one secured with Devontae Adams, but I need a little bit more depth there. I need starters right now, but then more depth.
I took Jalen Hurts. I think he was the best value there. I wasn't going to take like a DK Metcalf over Jalen Hurts. So
yeah, I don't mind it. It'd be interesting to see what his rushing touchdown kind of value goes to with no Jason.
I think his floor is like around 10, like 8 to 10. Like he had 15 last year. Was it 15?
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's going to get 15. He's had 15, 13, and 10 as a starter. So. I'm comfortable with like around the 10 mark. All right, so we got
Marshall with a very good start to that. Diggs, Moore, and Pickens as a wide receiver trio there. Moore just got paid big time. So I know we were talking about too. Like we don't want to draft based off of salaries because like that can hurt you.
Yeah.
And just because you pay somebody doesn't guarantee they're getting targets by any means. But at the same time, like you're not going to pay somebody what they paid him and then not throw it to him. So here I've got a couple people I'm looking at. T. Higgins is who I'm going to take with my first one. The next one I'm taking James Conner.
I was going to take James Conner too.
Yeah, I like James Conner in redrafts this year. Last year as soon as Kyler Murray was back, he played really well, and now. You have Kyler Murray. You also have a little bit more of receiving threat with Marvin Harrison Jr. there. So I do think also they brought in Zay Jones. So there's a little bit more of just threats outside of James Conner. And I think he's actually going to thrive. I believe he's like 29, right? Should I show player card? Yeah, he's 29. He's 29. This is, probably the last year that I'm super high on him. But depending on what he does this year, you go Demont. I love the Demont pick.
Yep. Yeah, Demont's like one of those guys. He just a solid RB2.
Yeah,
he's going to be, and he's probably not going to be an RB1, but running backs are hard to come by in fantasy. So
Yeah. Team 4 is certainly going with a strategy.
Don't know if it's the strategy, but it's a strategy.
It's certainly a strategy. Marshall with Kittle and Addison there. That's a good team. Picking from the 1-8 is such a nice spot, in my opinion, just because you get like the 8 players that like where Marshall took and everybody before him are so elite that like you're guaranteeing one of those, but then you also guarantee a second one on the way back. And like we were saying when we were drafting, like with like Adams and Laporta, it's like it's kind of just a weird area that like, okay, there goes Chubb there. So I have 3 running backs right now, and they're all studs and only 2 receivers. So honestly, I'm probably doubling up on receiver here.
Yep.
And I mean, I know I don't have much time here, 15 seconds. Some of the people I would have loved. Where's he at? Oh, he's still there. Sorry.
I know. I was gonna wait. I should have taken him there because I knew you weren't gonna take Chubb.
Yeah. That's who I wanted, and I saw him like down.
Yep.
I saw him available earlier, and then was thinking, oh, I wish I would have gotten him, but no. So I like Lad McConkey a ton. I mean, I talked about it. We talked about it in last video, right? So love Lad, and then I think there's just a couple like. There's not a ton that I love here, to be honest with you.
I don't like it. It's tough.
I'm going to take Chris Godwin as just kind of like a high floor.
So some DeAndre Hopkins news just came out. He's going to miss like 4 to 6 weeks.
Oh, like 4 to 6 weeks of like the season or like preseason?
I think from right now.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I'm seeing that right now.
So with that, I mean, even without that, I like Calvin Ridley in this spot, so I'm going to go Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, Calvin Ridley should be.
At this point, you're drafting him as a flex play. So I like Calvin Ridley as a flex.
See where Marshall goes here. He's got a quarterback. I mean, he's got his entire starting lineup set here. Just needs a flex. So kind of some freedom. Javonte Williams is a good pick. I like that. I saw, and we talked about this too throughout like the offseason of it'll be interesting because like you draft a Steam A, and Javonte Williams was not the running back for this regime. But everything I've seen from camp has said that like he is the RB1, dominating touches and looking really good. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, though. Jonathan Brooks right after Javonte Williams. So I probably would have went Brooks over Williams.
Oh, but he's wide out. This is rough for me, dude. I was going to pick all 3 of them if they're on the board. All right. This is tough. So this is real tough.
Yeah.
So we're kind of getting to that area. I know I said I was kind of a Keon Coleman hater, but I think he's a good value here. So
yeah. There's 2 guys here that I'm glad I got both of them. And so I'm in the spot. I have 4 receivers, so I have my entire lineup filled out essentially, and then 1 player on the bench right now. So I'm taking Trey Benson as a handcuff to James Conner.
Like it.
I love it. It essentially secures me because James Cook and CMC have their backfield secured. It secures me if James Conner were for some reason lose the job to Trey Benson, I'm still fine. And then I'm taking J-Mo, who I talked about in the last video. So I love 2 players in the Lions offense. So maybe more than what you would like, but at the same time, it's my it's my team. I'm cool with rooting for them.
All right, so here, this is rough, dude. There is a running back I like, but I'm going to go Christian Watson here.
Yep, I had a feeling you were going him. Those are the receivers we talked about last video. We have Lad and J-Mo that I went with, Christian Watson that you went with.
Yep.
And I know somebody's taking Cooks here. Pickens, Marshall went with. It'd be interesting to see where Marshall goes here. So he's got quarterback, tight end, 2, 4.
Not gonna lie, I really like. I mean, if you're gonna wait on quarterback, like Purdy in the 11th is not bad.
No, and same with Tua. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
even golf.
Yeah, I mean, all of these guys are.
You're not getting a high end. You're not getting like a high end top 5 guy, but you can get 6, 7, 8 potentially. I mean, even like Dak last year was what QB3.
Yeah, I had him in a lot of leagues too.
Yeah.
Cortland Sutton's not a bad pick at all there.
Zeke went. That sucks. All right.
Be interesting to see if you go with the running back I'm thinking of right now.
I don't know if you're going to, but ooh,
I'm not going to take him, so I was going to say Jerome Ford.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm going with because I have Chubb.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. That's where I figured you were going. But so now, I mean, I have 4 running backs here, kind of locked down. You only play 2 a week. I don't really need another one, to be honest with you. Like, there's nobody here that I really like at all. So at this point, I think you could take tight end, could take a high end quarterback. So I think probably like T Law is going to be the guy to go with. A little bit of a backup. I mean, Lamar's had some injury concerns in the past, so if he were to for some reason go down, I'm cool with that. And then here, a couple different options I could go. I think I'm probably going to take A.D. Mitchell. I lied. I'm going to go Xavier Legette.
Damn. All right. Sweet. Yeah, I was going to take Legette. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not really. This is kind of rough at this point. I mean, it always is at this point. And then like, there's so many waiver wires you want to add after. You're like, oh, I didn't even know he was there.
Yeah.
Looking right now. This is rough, my man.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, there's just a lot of like, time's up. You got Tyler Lockett.
I got Tyler. No, I picked Tyler Lockett. I don't know. It's just tough at this point.
Yeah, no, it's not even, I don't want to say dry either, because if you're in like a deeper league,
there's just not a lot of variance. Like the difference between Jacoby Myers to me and Brandon Cooks 20 picks later is it's not that much. So
yeah, I have a feeling Cooks is not making it to me here.
Yeah, I'm picking a defense, dude. Please don't pick a defense. Also, like T Law was probably the last QB. Like I'm not taking a QB after that.
No, I would agree. That's like, because I just don't even see like the upside of it. Like JJ McCarthy maybe, but even JJ McCarthy, I just don't think like there's enough of the upside that like he's going to provide me any sort of value over somebody like I'll just take one of these like rookie receivers.
Yep.
Or like I'm going to take Brandon Cooks here.
Yep.
And taking somebody else that it's like, okay, like Troy Franklin, who else I'm going to take? Like,
yeah, why not?
Yeah, he could win if he comes out in camp, comes out in preseason, that he just essentially wins the wide receiver 1 spot, or at worst the wide receiver 2, and is dominating it. It's like, dude, I would much rather have that and then pick up a defense whenever and sacrifice 2 points a week with the ability to have, you know, a starter through the entire season if Franklin dominates preseason. You know what I mean?
Yep. I took Shaheed. Shaheed was another wideout that I really like.
Yeah, given the value, I would agree with that. All right, we will go ahead and we'll go run this back one more time. So we will delete the draft and start a new one. And then I'll go ahead and throw this link in the chat here as well. So we'll go 12 team this time. It'll still be just as quick.
Is there a way you could send that to my phone?
Yes.
Because I'm doing it on my phone.
You are doing? Can you access your Gmail on your phone? You're good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, like we were saying, the guys at the end, it's not even like they're bad by any means. It's just like in this one here, I'm gonna be happy to take like any of them.
Yeah.
But it just can get a little bit fuzzy when you have like there's just no variance at all. So alrighty, we will navigate through this. I think we're good to go. Just went to a 12 team. We are good to go. We will wait. I don't know if Marshall's joining back or not, but we will wait and go ahead and see links in the chat to join.
And then Superflex. Wait, did you make sure when you do this, make sure you do like change the positions?
Oh, I didn't even mean for that to be Superflex either. Here, give me a sec. I was not intending on that being Superflex, so we'll just do that, and then we'll add receiver. So same as last time, settings-wise. We'll keep it open here for another 15, 20 seconds. But no, I mean, I didn't mind my team last time. The McCaffrey and Cook as RB1, RB2, I love. My receiving core was a little bit soft, which I was not a huge fan of.
Yeah, I think that, like I love Waddle, but me taking Tyreek and Waddle as my top 2 receivers is just so iffy. Like just week to week, like they could go off. I mean, Tyreek will probably go off anyway, but
right.
Those boom weeks from Waddle, like you can't cap, like, your ceiling isn't as high. Even though they're both good fantasy assets.
Right. I mean, I've always kind of been a fan too of like if you can dominate, like if you have an offense that's going to be as electric as them, I'm fine with with doubling down there. All right, here we go. A little bit different here. Marshall's at the 9. He was at the 8 last time.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same exact. It says Superflex up there. I'll actually change that so it doesn't say Superflex because it's not. So same exact scoring and roster as last time. So
let's do it.
Go ahead and start again. I don't remember what we were saying now.
All right. All right. I'll take Chase. Chase at 7. I like it.
Yeah. I mean, I think you typically would have had Amon-Ra there, right?
Yep. Yeah. Yes.
Marshall gets Brees at the 1-9 now. So
Marv at 10's bold.
Yeah. So here's where my thought process is, though, is looking at like the guys here. There's running backs I'm fine with. There's not necessarily receivers that I'm like super high on. Garrett Wilson I'm higher on than Puka. So I'm taking Garrett Wilson there. I would have loved Gibbs, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm fine with Taylor or Barkley. I'm fine with any of these 3, to be honest with you. I don't think there's much of a difference between any of them. I'll take the best offensive line of the 3 in Barkley.
I like it.
The rushing touchdown upside is a little bit less because of Hurts, but to each their own, right? Marshall's in kind of a tough spot here. He went running back early twice last time, and he almost has to do the same here, unless he's high on Olave. Yeah, I think that's the right pick, Marshall.
So, I mean, at this point in the draft, it's like you're either taking Josh Allen, Laporta, which I don't know if I'm going to take Laporta, or you're taking a stand on Ayuk, London, or Olave. I think I want to flag plant Drake London this year. I really do.
Okay.
I think Kirk Cousins is going to make him a very good receiver.
Yeah. Yeah, he has not had the ability to play with a even competent quarterback yet. Back to you. Still just
if you look at the running backs right now on the screen, like this is where you get into the no RB territory. If you don't take one early, you're not taking one now.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you have to go receiver here again. And this is a tough spot for me, but it's risky. It is risky for sure. But
3 receivers. There are 2 receivers I hope make it back to me. I just clicked on one of them, but it's Waddle and Moore. I hope one of them makes it back to me. I'm high on Diggs too, but I'm just not as high. Marshall, I'm hoping, is probably going to take one of them here. But if Diggs is available to me and that's who's left, okay, cool. I have my choice between the 2. Even better. Okay, this is interesting now. I think I'm going to take Jalen Waddle because there's just less movement there to me, and things that could go wrong. And then I'm looking at this too, and now it's like who's not going to be there when it gets back to me. James Cook's not going to be there when it gets back to me, so I'm taking him now. Really high on James Cook. I have 2 receivers, 2 running backs. I love that spot that I'm in. He was a little bit down there, but he was not making it back to me, and I'm high on him, so I'm taking him. See where Marshall goes here. McBride, or no,
okay. This is tough because I don't think, and I don't know if you agree with this. I don't know if Rachaad White's a good NFL running back. I know I have Mike Evans, but I don't know if Rachaad White's a good NFL running back. But all they have is Bucky Irvin and Chase Edmonds, and he's going to get the bulk of touches again. This is tough for me because I just took Mike Evans. I wish I would have taken and kind of diversified a little more, but I'll go here.
Yeah, I mean, your hand was kind of forced there with running. And like you said, Rachaad White is going to dominate all the touches, but it is.
I wanted Isaiah Pacheco to follow to that Mike Evans pick, so it was rough.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm here. Pitt's going there. I was going to take him because of London, but so this is a little tough spot too. It's tough because I love Tank Dell, but he's going to be the third option.
Yeah, that's not ideal at all.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I believe in the jump. Take Zay.
Okay. Marshall is on the clock now. It'll be interesting to see where he goes. I'm kind of torn here on where I want to go.
Yeah, this is tough.
So I would have loved for T to make it back to me. He didn't. Given the fact this is 3 receivers, I am going to. Neither one of you guys has tight ends yet, and so you're going to pick twice before me. I'm fine with either of these guys, to be honest with you. So I'm going to hold off on that for a second and go with Amari Cooper. So I still have my choice. I think I'm higher on Evan Ingram than Kittle, to be honest with you. So sticking Ingram here for now. And then Marshall goes Kittle. I'm curious, Marshall, did you want Ingram or did you want Kittle? I'm kind of curious. Or did you not care?
So this is an interesting spot for me. I'm going to go Dak. They're going to throw the ball 40 times a game. I should have taken Burrow for the stack, but Dak, I mean, sometimes I like stacks. Sometimes I don't like stacks. They're kind of risky. So,
yeah. Yep. Agreed with you. I'm assuming there's a guy that you're going to take here.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not really sure who to take here. My team's kind of risky right now. Like my team's either going to be amazing if I take this guy or like completely, utterly worthless. So, I'm not going to do it though. Oh, did I? Oh, time's up.
You got auto-picked.
I tried to take Lad, but it is what it is. I'll take Hollywood.
I figured that you were going to take Zamir White.
No, I was trying to take Lad.
You'd have the White running back duo there.
Yeah.
Not White, but the White running back duo.
I do like Zamir White a lot, except the upside isn't that high. But
alrighty, Kyler's kind of who I wanted there. I would love Kyler. Back to me now. I have tight end. I have quarterback. I have 3 receivers, 2 running backs. I need a flex, and then bench is all I need. So at this point, I'm in the complete best BPO, best player or BPA, best player available, right? Kind of just looking at
best player available.
Yeah, best player available. This is where I want a high upside player who can give me some value down the stretch. I think that's Chubb. Could have taken Jonathan Brooks, to be honest with you. Marshall goes Lad. He almost made it back to you.
Yeah. Okay, so this is tough because I need running backs bad.
I think there's a couple of good ones in this range, though, like Brooks and Williams.
Yeah, I think so, too. I'm going to go Brooks.
Yeah, Brooks is a guy that, like, I'm all in on this year. He is – I mean, we talked about him 2 weeks ago or last week, technically, on the episode that we dropped, right? But, I mean, he's – by week 4, I think, completely dominating every single touch that's going on in that backfield. So Miles Sanders proved to me he should not.
Yeah.
He doesn't deserve the role.
Miles Sanders ain't it.
No. That's good value there from Hawkinson. I don't mind that at all.
Yep. I'm thinking my team's boom or bust. So if by the grace of God that this team actually is in the playoff hunt, Hawk and I'm looking to supplement my running backs here in this next round.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping one of these guys falls.
Yeah, Trey Benson will not. I don't know if that's who you were hoping.
Yeah, I wasn't going Benson because I can't afford that right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Construction, but
I'm glad JMO fell to me as my wide receiver 4. Somebody that through the first couple of weeks, I mean, we talked about this week.
You're all in.
Yeah, I am all in. But through the first couple of weeks, I don't have to play him at all, which is nice. So there's a little bit of that.
You're gonna look at me like I'm crazy, but this guy's going way too low for the role he's gonna have.
Yeah, I mean, in having Dak, I think that's a perfect pick because you're essentially just saying you believe in the offense. And
yeah, I mean, I just believe in the offense, and the other running backs I don't believe in at all. So
yeah, completely fair there. A couple guys that I'm hoping make it back to me here. I got a feeling.
Yeah, one of them's going to be gone.
Yeah, I knew that one was coming too. I think I took. Yeah.
You looking for Ford?
Ford was one that I was looking for, and then Leggett was the big one that I was looking for. But I kind of knew that I wasn't going to get him just because of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Ford would just be nice just for the secure. I mean, just securing. I mean, Cleveland has a top 3 offensive line in the league. So if you're securing me the running back, whoever it is, Marshall's about to get auto picked. So perfect. I would love to take Ford, and then there is I'd love Franklin or Cooks.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to take Franklin just because of the higher upside at this point.
Yeah.
I'm a full believer in Cooks, but I just think that for Cooks to be the wide receiver 1, I mean, CD has to get injured, whereas Troy Franklin does not require any injury. It would just – I mean, he already has the chemistry with Bo Nix. So, and Bo Nix has apparently looked great in camp. That's what I've seen. Also seen that J.J. McCarthy's started to look really good in camp the last couple of days.
Yeah.
Which will just be something to monitor because they came out and said Darnold's their starter for now.
Yeah, they did say that.
I mean, you got good wide receiver value late there. I mean, you would have had Ladd instead of Hollywood too.
Hollywood's fine though.
Yeah. Looking at what's left, I mean, this is where at this point in the draft, you're kind of just taking flyers. Like you might as well almost like mark rookies and then just start taking rookies. Yeah, like Jalen Polk's a perfect flyer.
Dude, Javon Baker's been cooking in practice. I really like him. And like deep, like in a dynasty draft, like a deep dynasty draft.
Yeah.
Javon Baker, that's what I said, right? Did I say Carter? I meant Baker. Whatever.
No, you said Baker. You're good.
Okay, sweet. Okay.
Yeah. I actually really like Marshawn Lloyd, but the issue is that I don't think that they're going to be
I like him, and I took him a lot, but A.J. Dillon's still there. So.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not high on Pearsall at all, but being with all of the drama surrounding the 49ers right now, you
got to also take into account, like, these are the guys that, like, if you need to cut somebody, like, you can cut them.
Yes. And then I've taken 3 rookie receivers in a row.
I like Corley a lot. Like, can he beat Xavier Gibson out for that slot role? He should be able to. And is Mike Williams going to be off the pup? Like, we don't know. So,
yeah. And even if Mike Williams is off the pup, like, it's just they're just such different receivers. I think Rodgers will appreciate Corley significantly more than he will appreciate Mike Williams. Like,
you're not going to like this, but
I mean, I don't like it, yes, but at the same time, given the value, I don't mind it because, like,
this is just a guy where it's like, if he's wide receiver 3, like, I'm just going to cut him for somebody before week 1. So,
right. I will say though, I mean, he cannot catch anything.
Oh, at all? No, at all.
Even in camp this year, did you see the clip of him, like the deep ball that was thrown to him in the end zone?
Yeah, he's so bad. He's pretty bad.
Yeah. There's a flyer.
I mean, I'm just picking guys. So I think that if Devin Singletary's not very good, Tyrone Tracy's going to get a role.
I'm taking Benson out there.
Yeah, I was thinking about him too. But
here's the final the results of the draft here. I mean, I I like where I went with Wilson Waddle. I mean, looking back, the Chubb pick, I mean, I think I would have liked Jonathan Brooks more, and he was available. I kind of fumbled that, in my opinion.
I fumbled the Burrow stack.
Yeah, the Burrow stack.
And then I could have gotten Rashee Rice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking back on this, these are cool to do, though, because so, like, I mean, if you do these, not all day, but, like, if you do these frequently, like, you learn. Like, hey,
oh yeah,
this guy goes here usually. And I know it's different when there's actually 12 users. But it's nice to like kind of get a gauge on when guys go.
And also kind of just the draft strategy too. Like I overpaid for James Cook big time, but I knew he wasn't going to be there here. Like
yeah, well, yeah, and it's just like, hey, like, all right, so I pigeonholed myself. I had to take Rachaad White, or my RB1 was going to be like DeAndre Swift or James Cook, like or Kenneth Walker, and that probably can't happen. So.
Yeah, no, I'm completely with you. And yeah, you can look at this and look back and say, okay, I went London here in the second round. I think I'd prefer an Achane and Evans, Devontae Smith rather than a London Evans, Rachaad White. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But all right, we'll go ahead and end there, though. I mean, we did 2 of them today. We're going to continue this every Thursday. We're ripping mock drafts. So we will continue to do this every Monday. We're dropping just regular videos like we've been doing. Wide receiver 1 this week, running backs 1 last week. So if you're watching this and you haven't checked those out yet, make sure you go check those out. Yep. But that's all we